I want to talk about spiritual awakening. For those who are going through this traumatic, confusing time in your life and you don't understand like what's going on with you, you might be going through a spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is like self-awareness. It's like during this time you do a lot of introspection. You kind of answer all of your questions, all the questions you've been asking yourself all your life, and you come to a realization that whatever healing you have to do about things that happen to you in your life, during this time you realize that only you could have helped yourself through that trauma. The trauma doesn't have to be something like extremely horrible. It's just something that made you a little sensitive, and throughout life, people have been able to trigger that sensitivity. But this is not something that you think about that has stopped you from moving on in life, like getting work and being a productive, human being. It's just things that just keep coming in and out in your life, and then you start having bad experiences, and when somebody says something that triggers that, you don't even know they're triggering that thing. Or you meet people that have had traumatic experiences in their lives, which makes you kind of like a target to like people like sociopaths and narcissists who are always inventing some type of abuse that was done to them. And it might have happened, but you yourself should not be so sensitive to somebody else's situation to the point where they can use that sensitivity against you. So during spiritual awakening, you kind of mend your own wounds. You band-aid. You put a band-aid on that cut. You resolve those issues. You become more sensitive about the things that matter. Then you start feeling like you have a purpose here on this planet. Well, that's been my experience anyway. You've awoke to all the questions you had, like things that you had suspected. Your intuition was telling you that things weren't looking good or they weren't making any sense, but the world and society is telling you that that's normal because everyone else is doing it. During this time, you start to answer your own question and you're like, I knew I was right. And then you start looking for more information. You want to learn. You want to know, because now you're realizing that you wasn't wrong about any of it. You resolve issues with family members, like if you have daddy issues or mommy issues. If you hate somebody, you all of a sudden you're like, why don't I hate that person? You don't necessarily, some people say you start feeling sorry for them, but you understand the reason. You start to understand reasons why you may feel sorry for them. What else happened? Oh, during this, especially at the beginning, when you're just going through, you're going from one type of, from like third dimension to the fifth dimension. Let me tell you what that means. That doesn't mean that you go to an entirely different world where now you're seeing like blue people. No, what it means is like, because remember, spiritual awakening is about mind, body, and soul. So different perspective, you see things completely different, which is why you may not be able to associate with the people that you used to. They're not making any sense to you anymore. You're not even trying, because it's like it drains you to just be around certain people. You notice how people react to you now because you vibrate in higher is what I'm trying to say here. So some people, are going to start acting like negative against you, and you're going to feel rejected, and you're like, but I have, in my experience, I saw some people, I was like, oh, is this the devil? Is this a demon? What is this? Is everybody here not human? This was my very first few months, one of those. And I started giving things a lot of power. Like they had the power to destroy me, even without touching me. Mentally, they can just psychically attack me, and spiritually, as if I am powerless. And during your awakening, you realize that you're not powerless. If you give your mind to them, it's like selling your soul to the devil. People don't say sell your soul to the devil. The devil is any type of anything that's detrimental to you. you have to actually give your soul to the devil. Okay, because you're not going to resist what he's offering, what that entity is offering you. That entity can be a person. The entity can be a situation, can be a place. You understand? You have to say, I want to be here. I want to go there. So that's what it means to sell yourself to the devil. Anything that's detrimental to your life. And you go ahead and you're like, oh, it seems like fun. Everybody is doing it. And I'm getting money from it. And I'm getting women from it. I'm getting any addiction, anything that's not good for you. And you go for, you're like, yo, I want more of it. You can't get enough of it. That can be seen as the devil. It's the spirit. Okay, so these people that were messing with me, you know, people would try to provoke you. But at this time, you don't care. They could push your buttons all they want, but during this time, you just like, yo, why am I not getting upset? I mean, you feel some type of way, but your internal, your reaction to it changes. All my questions have been answered. I still got more questions because there's still, you know, I'm still here. There's still stuff that but all the questions that I had from my childhood, why was I so sensitive, like, to certain people, especially if I loved you and you were my friend and and I shared things with you and you would, you know, betray me. It would hurt. It would hurt so much, so deeply. And let me tell you, I remember having this thought. What can I do so that other people don't have the power to hurt me? Because you think that everybody that wants to hurt you, they hate you. No, they envy you. If you really have done nothing to them physically and take nothing from them, and they really do things against you, it's because they envy you so much they don't know what to do. So anyway, so let's talk about awakening, right? So this was happening during the first few months. Anything that hurt you from since you was a child, you're taking care of it. Therefore, these people can no longer hurt you. They try to provoke you and they're looking for a reaction from you. And they're like, wow, we're not getting a reaction. This shit works with everyone else or it used to work before. These are the type of things that you're going to experience. And in the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, okay? I'll see you guys in the next one. Please like, subscribe to my channel. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Comment. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.